Chamber members. My name is Cathy Newman. I'm the Economic Development Manager for the St. Johns County Chamber of Commerce. I have the pleasure of speaking today with Candace Moody, Vice President of Communications with CareerSource Northeast Florida. Thank you so much for being here today, Candace. We are so grateful to have you here and sharing information with our members. I'd like to start off with asking specifically if you can tell us a little bit about the programs that our members should be aware of right now.
Well, of course, the main issue is employment, and we're really concerned, but we have a message of support for all of the workers that are out there whose hours have been cut, whose companies have been closed. We are also working from home, as you can see, but we're providing services virtually for our customers. So they can call our regular number, 356-JOBS, and that's 5627, and they'll be connected with our staff members who are working from their homes and will be able to provide advice and support during the time that they're unemployed.
We know that there are some people that are unemployed currently and might need to find a job. How would they go about doing that? Are there any resources available to them?
Well, they can reach us through our staff members, and we'll help connect them with the Employ Florida system. There are still some jobs that are being posted. There are long-term hiring opportunities that employers are still working on. And of course, the companies that are still open and serving the public are still hiring. Publix, the grocery stores, the pharmacies, the delivery, all of those kinds of places that remain open still need some help. But what we realize is that most of the people don't want a new job right now. What they want to is to go back to their former jobs. And so while they're waiting for that, we're encouraging them to file for unemployment compensation, which here in Florida is called Reemployment assistance. And that process is entirely online, and we're working with people to help get them connected to that system.
What website would people go to apply for unemployment or reemployment assistance?
So they go to floridajobs.org, and right there on the front page, there will be a connect button. And the connect system is the virtual system for filing unemployment and managing your claim over time, and it's open 24/7. So we really encourage people to go into the system on the off-peak times. As you can imagine, this is a tsunami of unemployment, and we have a lot of people who are calling into the system and trying to use the system all at the same time. So the off-peak hours are from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And that's maybe an easier time for people to do the filing of unemployment. And of course, if they have questions, there's a call center that the state of Florida is running to help them with those questions. We're asking everybody to be patient. There's a flood of people who are filing and trying to figure out the system and having questions about the system. But the state is adding new resources every day, and they're working really hard to accommodate the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who are calling in and trying to figure out how to get unemployment compensation for the time that they're sent home.
This is a question that came up recently, and I don't know if we have a resource we can point people to, but employers are asking us if their employees are having difficulty navigating the unemployment system or just not quite sure how to answer questions. Is there a resource available to employees that could kind of walk them through or help them through the process?
Well, there is. The state has a call center, and that's one of the things that they're really working on ramping up right now. When they go to that floridajobs.org page and hit the connect button, they'll also get pages that have frequently asked questions and help guides that might be really helpful. And then, of course, there is a toll-free hotline for them to call. I'm sure you'll run that number for your members and as part of this conversation. The lines are long and the wait is long, and we're asking people to be really patient, but they've opened up the call center 7 days a week. So they're really working hard to accommodate everyone who needs help.
Great. I have another question, and I just recently learned about this, so maybe you could kind of explain it a bit. I understand that there's something called short-time compensation benefits. Can you tell us what that is?
Yes, short-time compensation is designed for employers who may be able to have their workers work some hours, but not their regular full-time hours. And so the short-time compensation can bridge the gap between when they had full-time hours and the part-time hours that they might be working now. And not only is this helpful, although most people have sent most of their workers home who could work from home or had to shut down, But when they come back, we imagine that there's going to be a gradual ramp up. So they may not have all their customers back on day one. They may be able to bring people back for some hours, but not all hours. And so employers will be able to file for this, and the unemployment compensation, that short-time compensation, will be what bridges the gap for their workers.
So I think that's all of my questions. Are there any last minute key points or thoughts that you would like to share? Anything I should remember or a member should be considering of?
Well, one of the things that's really interesting about this time, and interesting is a weird word to use about this, but we're learning that we can provide a lot of services remotely. I think a lot of companies didn't really have a disaster plan in place, and this is a helpful exercise in some ways to be able to understand how we can be more efficient with the way we work. We're continuing to update. The information is changing daily, sometimes hourly, and we're updating our website with the latest information that we have, and it also has helpful links and information about unemployment, filing for reemployment assistance. And our website is www.CareerSource, NEFL, as in Northeast Florida.com. And we encourage people to go there and take advantage of some of our virtual services.
Great, thank you so much. And again, thanks for sharing all of these resources with our members, employees. I think that's all of our questions for today. I'm sure that we'll have more, and we will ask our members to reach out to us directly, and we'll guide them either to you, or we'll relate those messages to you and get those answers back to everyone. We're going to continue to update our information on our website, on our Facebook and other social media pages with resources and information as we get it as well. Our Facebook page, Twitter, LinkedIn. We have all of our resources as well on sjcchamber.com. And I would like to ask everyone to stay tuned to our next Chamber Conversation series. We expect to bring you a first look analysis at the proposed federal legislation regarding COVID-19, the stimulus package that's expected to pass the House today and be signed tomorrow. Specifically going to focus on the items of interest to our small businesses, including a forgivable economic emergency loan program or programs, increased economic compensation of up to $600 a week on top of the existing unemployment benefits for up to 4 months, and multiple tax benefits for businesses who stay open and continue to employ their staff during this time. Thank you again, Candace, for being here with us, and stay tuned for the last slide that has information, websites, and phone numbers you can contact.